I walked down the hallway with a pass in my hand, trying to find Miss
Hi,
Holt.
Stephanie. Have a seat.
Hi, Miss Holes. So I'm guessing that this is about scheduling for next year.
That would be correct. So, Stephanie, what are your plans after graduating high school?
Well, I want to get my graduation requirements in and do a lot more career based classes like psychology and maybe advance more into AP classes.
Well, looking at your schedule, it looks like you only have 5 more credits of 21st century to complete, and then the rest are core classes.
I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but what's early grad?
Well, early graduation is for students who want to complete everything in 3 years and then graduate. Um, it has to be approved by the Board of Education. You would need some signatures. There's a form to fill out, and just a little writing of why you want to do this. Is that something you might be interested in?
Yes, actually, I'm highly interested. Where do I begin?
Wow, that's great. Here, you can take this form home and, have a talk with your parents, see if, they're agreeable to it. And I know you wanted to get to pre-calc, so my suggestion is that you double up in math sophomore year so that you could get to pre-calc by junior year. And also, you'll have to take more credits of English, but we can work that out.
Wow, I did not realize you needed all of that. So, how long does it take to get accepted?
Normally, I don't submit these until after first semester of the year before you're graduating. And so you'd probably get a letter back within a year.
Well, I guess one of the more serious questions I have is there a possibility of getting denied from the early graduation status?
Well, with what you have already, you're going to be fine. So I wouldn't worry about it. The only thing you do need to do is write a small paragraph, and I would prefer that you type it, just explaining the reason why you want to graduate early.
Well, that doesn't seem as bad as I thought it would. I'm sure I could probably get it done.
Of course you can do it, but if you need any help, just let me know.
I walked into my dad's office and sat down, silently, and waited for him to start a conversation with me.
Oh, hi, Stephanie. Yes?
Okay, hear me out. I talked to Miss Holt today and we discussed my 4-year schedule, and she thinks, and I agree, that it's a huge possibility for me to graduate high school in only 3 years.
I don't understand. Why would you want to graduate high school early? Don't you want to experience 4 years at Hunterdon Central?
Dad, I want to do something with my life. I want to go to college and begin a career that genuinely makes me happy. And unfortunately, I don't know. I just don't like high school as much as I thought I would.
But what about your electives?
But Dad, that's the thing. I'm taking every required elective for graduation, plus a few of my choice. I have this all figured out, and all I need is your signature.
But what if you regret your decision?
But Dad, I really want to do this. If I regret my decision, it's my choice, and I know I can't turn back on it. But the thing is, I feel like this could be a really good thing for me, and I would love for you to support me with it.
Okay, if this is really what you want to do. Good luck.
I went into my room, opened up Google Drive, and began writing my approval letter. To the New Jersey Department of Education and staff, graduation is an achievement any young scholar yearns to obtain. For some students, it might take 4 years of high school. For some, it may take more, and for few, like myself, it might take less. I hope to graduate Hunterdon Central Regional High School by the year 2020, 1 year early. As you can see from the attached documents, I will have what is needed to meet the graduation requirements in any standardized tests by June of 2020. When I graduate, I want to focus on my job. I currently work at a fast food restaurant as a crew trainer, which is one step below the managing position. By the time I'm 18, my hopes are to become one of the managers of the store. This will give me experience as a leader and help me earn money for my higher education. I plan to work hard in order to make enough money for necessities like insurance, a car, and college needs. Working is one of the most important things in my life, and just like graduation, work takes commitment and perseverance in order to be successful. Graduating early will also give me a chance to focus on myself and reflect on my future goals. With the support of not only my counselor, but also my teachers and family members, I know I have grown and am ready for the next phase of my life. Thank you for consideration. Best regards, Stephanie Bart.
Stephanie, your mother and I want to speak to you about your plan to graduate from high school early. Are you sure this is really what you want?
I've already explained this to you countless times. Yes, this is what I really want to do.
Honey, we're afraid you're going to stress yourself out. Really, don't you just want to stay the 4 years?
But Stephanie, we want you to reconsider all the options high school, especially Hunterdon Central, has to offer. You're giving up a lot by ending a year early.
I'm taking all my required classes and classes of my choice. You know, for once I thought you guys would be proud of me for doing something as hard as this, but instead I get pestered for it, and you guys should support me as my parents.
She's growing up entirely too fast, and I don't want to see her stressed out, Tim.
I mean, she makes a good point. She is growing up. At least we should consider her point of view.
I understand that, hon, but you really should have discussed this before signing these papers.
But she's going to do what she wants to do. I mean, she always does. That's part of being 15. Let's see what she does with it.
You know, Tim, hon, I'm really not ready to let go. I'm not ready to cut the cord and let her go to college at the age of 17.
But she's growing up, Valerie. She has a job. She's going to get her driver's permit and then driver's license. She has everything she needs and she's ready to go. I think she'll be okay.
Then he said, when you are younger, you wish you're older. Then when you're older, you wish for time to turn around. Don't let your wonder turn into closure. When you get older, when you get older.
As hard as it is to manage my junior year, I think I've done a pretty decent job. My life is pretty hectic from being able to juggle working a part-time job and taking rigorous and time-consuming courses. There's still a lot that needs to be done before June of 2020, but I cannot wait to see where my life goes, and I will always be happy with my decision.